Guys, it's Miss Payne. I'm going to go ahead and lead you here in a lesson in a minute about dot plots. So maybe you've heard of dot plots and maybe you haven't. I'm not sure, but you are about to learn about them. I hope you're having a great day so far. I hope you're following all of our 5 rules. They're up on the board in case you've forgotten them. So make sure you're following all those rules and being very respectful to your sub. Now you're going to want to go ahead and get out your journal if you haven't already. In your table of contents, you're going to write making dot plots. You can go ahead and pause this video or rewind if you ever need to repeat or pause on a spot so that you can write it down. But you will put making dot plots. Make sure you have your date and your page number. Also, you're going to turn to the correct page. Make sure you mark your page numbers at the bottom corners and put the title at the top called Making Dot Plots. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to start showing you on my journal how to write the notes in yours. If you have any questions, ask your sub or write them on a sticky note and I will answer them when I get back. Dot plots are just another great way to record data, and so we're going to learn about that now. I'm going to go ahead and flip over the camera. Okay. So as you can see, I've already written down the title here. I've already written what a dot plot is. So if you could go ahead and take a moment to write down just what this dot plot definition is. I'm going to go ahead and read it to you. Okay, it says a dot plot is a graph that shows the frequency, remember that means how many times it happens, of data along a number line. And so all it is just a graph, and it's going to show how many times something happens. So if you could go ahead and pause this video right now and just write this down in your journal. Okay, hopefully you will have paused it already and you will have written that down. We're going to go ahead and move on. Next, we're going to move on to an example. So if you could write example 1, and you're going to put in this chart right here. I'm going to read this to you. It says, Anna measures the heights of sunflowers in her garden. So these are all the different heights in feet of different sunflowers. So go ahead and pause right now and put this into your journal. Okay, hopefully you have paused by now and you have written this in your journal. I'm going to show you what this is going to look like to make a dot plot. So you're going to create a number line down here. Now the first thing we want to do is make sure we give it a title. So you're going to give yourself some space down here because you're going to want to write underneath this number line. We're going to give some space. And we're going to look at what the problem is talking about and come up with a good title. Just like with our frequency table, we come up with a title that has something to do with our problem. So here we're talking about the heights of sunflowers in Anna's garden. So I'm going to go ahead and title it Heights, oops, I forgot my I. Heights of sunflowers. Okay. If you need to, go ahead and pause right now and you can write this down. If not, we're going to go ahead and move on. So the first thing you do is you have to put your lowest number in your chart at the very end of your number line. So if you look at our chart here, you can see that our smallest number is 2. So we're going to go ahead and find the smallest number, which is 2, and we're going to write it here at the end of our number line. Now we're going to take the biggest number, which we can see is 6, and we're going to go ahead and write that in. Okay? Again, if you need to pause, please do that. Next, we're going to figure out what other numbers there are, and we're going to fill those in, but we're going to go in number order. So we know the numbers between 2 and 6 are 3, 4, and 5. So I'm going to go ahead and write 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so we know we have 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet. Even though there's not a 4 in our table, we're going to go ahead and write the 4 because we want to make sure we're going in number order. All right, make sure you have everything written down and then you may move on. Now, just like the frequency table, we're going to count up how many times that number was used. So here I see that we have 1, 2, 3, I'm sorry. 1, 2, there's another 2, and another 1. So there's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So above the 2, I'm going to draw 4 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, I drew 4 of them because there was 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. There's 4 twos. We're going to do the same for 3. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 threes. And as you're drawing your dots, you want to try to keep them lined up so that you can tell which one has the most. Next, there were no 4s, so we're going to leave that one blank. 5s, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 5s. Okay. And lastly is 6s. 1, 2, 3. Looks like we have 3 6s. Okay. So now we have drawn our dot plot here. So we know that the number line will always begin with the lowest number, and it will always end with the highest number. All right. How many dot plots do you count on the whole plot? Can you pause this and count how many you found? If you paused it and you counted, you'll see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So there are 17, remember these are sunflowers, dots in all. All right, and the way you would know how many were 5 feet tall is just by counting the dots. We know there were 5 that were 5 feet tall. We know that there were another 5 that were 3 feet tall. There were 4 that were only 2 feet, and there were 3 that were 6 feet. So that's how you work a dot plot. It's very simple. We just count up and put the dots on top of the number that they go with. So I'm going to go ahead and stop there. You're going to work some problems on this side that Ms. Stringfellow gives you. So please follow directions, raise your hand if you need help, and remember to write down questions on sticky notes if there's anything you would like me to answer when I get back. Hope you're having a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.